your go-to channel for the latest updates, reviews, and breakdowns of the world's most powerful and stylish motorcycles. Today, we're diving deep into a machine that's making serious waves in the cruiser segment, the 2026 Kawasaki Vulcan 2000. Known for its brute power, classic styling, and road-dominating presence, the Vulcan 2000 is back, and it's more refined, more advanced, and more aggressive than ever. Whether you're a longtime fan of Kawasaki's heavyweight cruiser series or a rider considering entering the big-bore cruiser world, this video will take you through everything you need to know. From specs and features to design elements and performance upgrades, this is your ultimate guide to the 2026 Vulcan 2000. Legacy of the Vulcan 2000. Before we dive into the new model, it's important to understand the legacy of the Vulcan 2000. Originally launched in the early 2000s, this bike was revolutionary. It boasted the largest displacement engine of any production V-twin at the time, a staggering 2,053 cubic centimeters. It wasn't just about size. The Vulcan 2000 became a symbol of raw torque, smooth power delivery, and cruiser styling that never tried too hard but always made an impact. Over the years, Kawasaki paused and resumed updates to this model, but with 2026, they've pulled out all the stops. This isn't just a cosmetic refresh, it's a statement. Kawasaki is showing that classic cruisers are not dead, they are evolving. Design timeless, yet modern. At first glance, the 2026 Kawasaki Vulcan 2000 immediately commands attention. The styling is undeniably bold, maintaining its long, low profile that cruiser enthusiasts love. However, subtle design updates bring it into the modern era. The new LED headlight has a retro teardrop shape, perfectly blending vintage aesthetics with contemporary technology. Side indicators are now integrated into the mirrors, cleaning up the lines of the front end. The fuel tank remains sculpted and massive, but it's now adorned with a cleaner, chrome-accented Kawasaki badge that feels both premium and classic. The fenders are flared and sculpted with just the right amount of muscle, and the rear gets a sleek LED tail lamp that balances visibility and style. Chrome remains a big part of the Vulcan's DNA, but it's now tastefully applied, paired with matte and gloss black finishes depending on the variant. Engine, a powerhouse refined. Let's talk about the heart of the beast, that massive 2,053 cubic centimeters V-twin engine. In 2026, Kawasaki has kept the displacement the same but re-engineered parts of the internals to reduce friction, improve fuel efficiency, and meet modern emission standards without compromising the raw grunt riders expect. The engine now produces approximately 108 horsepower and a monstrous 145 pound-foot of torque, which kicks in early and remains accessible throughout the rev range. This isn't a bike that needs to be revved high to get moving. It's all about that effortless power delivery, smooth, thundering, and always ready to pull. To manage that torque better, Kawasaki has updated the belt drive system, making it quieter and more durable. Riders will notice the smoother throttle response, especially in the mid-range, making it ideal for highway cruising and city riding alike. Chassis and suspension improved ride quality. The Vulcan 2000 has always been known for its heavy presence on the road, and while it still weighs in at over 850 pounds, Kawasaki has worked to improve handling. The frame geometry has been slightly tweaked to improve cornering clearance without compromising the relaxed cruiser stance. In the suspension department, the front now features a 49mm inverted fork with improved damping characteristics, while the rear monoshock gets preload adjustability and a new linkage system that smooths out rough roads better than ever before. The bike sits confidently on 16-inch wheels, with a wider rear tire for extra grip and visual impact. Handling is surprisingly manageable for a bike of this size. Kawasaki has made strides in mass centralization and balance, which shows especially during low-speed maneuvers and parking. Braking and safety tech. Safety hasn't been overlooked either. The 2026 Vulcan 2000 now comes with dual 320mm front discs with radial mount 4-piston calipers, while the rear gets a 300mm disc. ABS is standard, but this time it's backed by Kawasaki's new Cruiser Stability Assist System, CSAS, which subtly adjusts brake pressure during aggressive stops or when cornering to help keep the bike stable. Additionally, traction control and ride modes have been introduced to first for the Vulcan lineup. Riders can choose between touring, sport, and rain modes, each adjusting throttle response and power output to suit conditions and preferences. For long-distance riders, this is a game changer. Comfort and ergonomics. Cruiser comfort is about more than just a plush seat, it's about overall ergonomics. The 2026 Vulcan 2000 features a redesigned seat that's wider, with improved foam density and a lower seating position. The rider triangle remains classic, feet forward, arms relaxed, and an upright spine. However, Kawasaki has now made the foot controls adjustable, allowing for a more personalized fit. The pillion seat is more supportive too, and optional backrests and luggage racks are available for those planning longer journeys. Wind protection comes courtesy of an optional detachable touring windshield, which integrates seamlessly with the bike's lines. Tech and instrumentation. In terms of tech, the 2026 Vulcan 2000 doesn't overdo it, but it's smart where it matters. The new TFT display is clear and stylish, with multiple themes and displays depending on ride mode. It includes Bluetooth connectivity, turn-by-turn navigation via smartphone pairing, and ride data logging. Cruise control, keyless ignition, USB-C charging ports, and Kawasaki's Rideology app integration are all standard. These features make it feel like a thoroughly modern machine, without taking away from the analog soul that cruiser riders appreciate. Customization and variants. Kawasaki knows cruiser riders love to personalize. That's why the 2026 Vulcan 2000 is offered in three main trims: the Standard, the Touring SE, and the Dark Edition. The Standard trim is classic, lots of chrome, traditional two-tone paint options, and minimal electronic aids. The Touring SE adds factory saddlebags, a taller windshield, and heated grips, ideal for long-haul riders. The Dark Edition strips most of the chrome, adds matte black finishes, a more aggressive handlebar setup, and exclusive blacked-out wheels. There's also a whole catalog of accessories, from exhaust systems and handlebars to performance air filters and LED light kits. Pricing and availability. Pricing for the 2026 Kawasaki Vulcan 2000 starts at around $19,999 for the base model. The Touring SE comes in at $21,499, while the Dark Edition is priced around $22,000. Given the amount of hardware, comfort, and performance built into the bike, these prices position it competitively against rivals like the Harley-Davidson Road King, Indian Chief Dark Horse, and the Yamaha Star Venture. Availability will begin in late Q3 of 2025 in North America, with Europe and Asia-Pacific markets to follow shortly after. Final thoughts: a worthy revival. The 2026 Kawasaki Vulcan 2000 is not just a return, it's a reinvention. Kawasaki has managed to preserve the muscular soul of the original while injecting it with modern tech, better rideability, and a design language that appeals to both old-school riders and newer cruiser enthusiasts. It's bold, it's brash, and it's built for riders who crave raw V-twin torque with 21st-century refinement. Whether you're planning weekend getaways, cross-country rides, or just want a machine that turns heads at every intersection, the new Vulcan 2000 delivers and then some. Outro. Thanks for watching Bike Updater Pro. Thanks for tuning into Bike Updater Pro. If you found this deep dive into the 2026 Kawasaki Vulcan 2000 informative, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth motorcycle content, and drop a comment telling us what you think of this V-twin monster. Are you planning to get one? Do you think it stacks up to its rivals? We want to hear from you. Ride safe, stay sharp, and keep it locked here on Bike Updater Pro, where your ride begins.